Couple things I'll remember about this year's AP Calc group. Jamil, eating in class every day. Bright, Ashley, and Ednisha arriving late to class, most days. Amana often texting me at 3 a.m. because that's when she wakes up. And Alan, instead of writing down the due date, D-U-E, he'll write down the due date, D-O, one day before the D-U-E date.
Okay. Of course you think I'm going to say college placement, but honestly, two things that I totally loved working with this class directly. One is dual enrollment, rock stars and dual enrollment. The other one is the outdoor trips. I've had so much fun, whether it's like going to get firewood in the freezing cold out at Nobleview or meditating by a waterfall. I've had great fun on a bunch of outdoors trips with this class. Congrats!
Even though I've never even taught them, Tori, Kayla, Isaiah, and Mitch always saying hi and being super nice whenever they see me, which always makes my day.
I want to thank a few seniors for their writing, especially. I want to thank Amana for the beauty of your writing. Every time I used to grade your essays, I would just laugh and shrug my shoulders because I realized that you don't actually need any of my help or feedback. And I want to thank Deja for your poetry. I still remember the poem that you wrote sophomore year, the leap year poem, the wittiness of your wordplay, forehead on forearms, followed by being wrapped around by forearms. You're just so good at that kind of writing. And then, of course, I want to thank APR's Poet Laureate, Kiana, for inspiring me with your messages about identity and justice through all your poetry over the years. Thank you.
It's been great to have a lot of the seniors come with me at various times on the outdoor club trips. There was one trip in particular where it was so cold that we were unable to really be outside the hut for more than a few minutes at a time. So unless you were on that trip, I don't want to hear you saying what people always say about the trips, which is that they almost died.
Okay, so my favorite thing about this senior class is that you all are so loyal to one another, like every day, in and out, all the time, so loyal, which like reminds me of the power of community and friendship and like family.
One of my favorite memories of the senior class was in Costa Rica, when I would stay in the boys' bunk with the boys, otherwise known as the bachelor pad. And the first night I was exhausted and I got into bed. I got all comfortable, and right when I was about to fall asleep, I heard one of those tough APR boys say, Mr. Hardy, can you check my bed for bugs? And so I had to get out of bed and to go through all of those tough APR boys' beds and make sure there weren't any bugs in there so they could sleep tight, and I had to tuck them in. And every night, for some reason, Stretch had crabs in his bed. Why did you have crabs in your bed? It's weird.
I want to say goodbye to 3 people that I'm going to miss. Isaiah, I'm going to miss all the fist bumps. Samantha, I'm going to miss all your complaining, because I know even though you complain about everything you have to do, you end up going above and beyond anyway. And Sabrina, I'm going to miss all the conversations about real stuff, about the stuff that matters. All right, last person that I want to thank. I want to thank Tabby for your wisdom for choosing Holy Cross, the best college in the country, to attend next year.
Walking into my math class and seeing Javari, Will, and Michael engaged in a heated push-up competition.
One of the best memories I think I have from this senior class is when I had hiccups for 3 months, and Javari took it upon himself to help me with this problem. And somehow, when my back was turned to the class, he snuck in to my F block class and hid behind one of the blue poles in my room, and in the middle of me teaching just jumped out and scared me, and I didn't have hiccups for a while after that. So thanks, Javari.
One of my favorite senior memories was from my comedy class when the seniors had to put on a one-act play called How We Talk in South Boston, which Ms. Camilo and I had picked because we thought that they would know what a South Boston accent sounded like, but they didn't, and so they just started trying to read the pronunciations guide that was designed for people not from Boston, and it came out just sounding like some weird slurred foreign language. So that was funny. There was also a part where I think Michael was supposed to have a car door over his arm, and he's supposed to be carrying it into the scene, but he thought he was stuck in the car door, so he like started like laying out on the chairs and like pretending he was stuck in a car door, which was not the intention of the play. So that cast of characters, just in general, Anisha, Michael, Abigail, Chuck, Godson, and Kevin, are a pretty funny group to watch interact overall, and they definitely brought their true selves to my comedy class.
And I don't think I could put a video here for the senior class without saying, let me tell ya, I'm wicked proud of all you guys and can't wait to see what you guys do after APR.
My fond memory of the class of 2019 is in their sophomore year when I was having a bad day and I had to walk someone down to the office because they were being a butthead. And I came back into my room, and I stormed back into my room, and I opened the door, and all the lights were off, and they were all singing together and in unison, and their arms were around each other, and they were singing a really sweet song, and it just totally made my day. Gus, can you say hi? Hi.
Class of 2019, Miss Francis here. What am I going to do without you? First of all, I have to tell my advisory how much I love them. You all have grown so much since the first day I met you. There are too many memories to count. I'm thinking about field day during your 9th grade orientation week when Ron walked up in a Sublime band t-shirt. Javari regaling us with squirrel stories from over his break. Ednisha telling everyone how empathetic she is and actually being an amazing friend. Mitch's motivational pep talks. Alyssa's huge heart and sparkly pencil case, and seeing her poring meticulously over math problems. Tabby's secret hilariousness, telling us about the time her family forgot her birthday over winter break. Pito staying so focused on his growth that I can practically see it happening. Michael keeping us laughing and somehow finding the time to run a business on the side. Damien's dry, witty comments under everything we do. And Sabrina's capable, steady leadership, reassuring me that it's going to be okay. This generation is going to be the one in charge one day. And Will, Kiana, and Tiffany just joined our advisory this year from Mr. Perkins, even though it feels like they've been with us the whole time. Will is secretly one of the most conscientious, most thoughtful young men I've ever had the chance to teach. Tiffany makes me crack up laughing even if I'm in a horrible mood, and I'm amazed by her heart and understanding of herself. And Kiana's unstoppable spirit and eye to social justice makes me want to be better, and again, gives me hope for the future. I also have to talk about some of my non-advisory seniors. Drea's amazing gambate spirit inspires me every day. Sam Babiaza makes excellence look easy, but really she works so incredibly hard. Jalen Pitt is probably the most gentlemanly high schooler I've ever met. Bright and Tori, I remember one night 3 years ago, you guys, along with Mitch, Alyssa, Joe, and Carrington, stayed until after 8 p.m. working on that huge 9th grade research paper for Miss Howland's class. It was such a massive undertaking, and they were so tired and so frustrated, but they leaned on each other to get through it, laughing and joking the whole time. In so many ways, your class has become a backbone of our school because of the way you all leaned on one another, and it shows others how it's done. The ways you support one another and push yourselves humbles me and reminds me why the future is bright. You all also remind me of why I always wanted to do this job. I couldn't have asked for a better crew to spend the last 4 years with. Graduation is going to come quicker than you think, and I can't wait to help you celebrate and keep celebrating this spring.